You hungover? Yeah, I know. I told you. Get to bed early. I've been up since 5. It was actually like 5:30. I noticed that Walmart wasn't going to open. I said, oh, Lord, what am I going to do? I got to use the bathroom. It's Thanksgiving. And there was a gas station around the corner. So no worries. Your girl's done been to the beach to best. Sure did. Yep. Getting out and getting it done. And I've already semi-suited up for a workout. Oh, God, I can't even get my Converse in the shop. I like that there is nobody out today. What are you looking at? What is wrong with people? Bitch, can I get my face back? It's Thanksgiving. Mind your business, Karen. I mean, they just stare, y'all. Girl, take a picture. It'll last longer. She come out in the laundromat. She's going, looking through my truck windows. Oh, never mind. Happy Thanksgiving. I gotta switch this. I went into a gas station and grabbed some mayonnaise so that I could make tuna on the beach. And I was like, you can ring me up for those if you need to. He's like, oh, no, you're good. I was like, thanks. I've been trying to get my sauce bag back together, you know. I want to fill it up with sauces. Always need those for cooking. I hope I had enough money. Uno, dos, tres. I don't need money to drive. Where is all these quarters? Well, I guess I have washed laundry a lot this week. And last week. More mayonnaise. I cleaned out my car last night. Yeah, I organized everything. Ah, there they are, in the middle. You better make sure you got enough before you get started, because you get started, you won't be able to drum without quarters. Well, I'm so glad I got a new tire. God. $174. How ridiculous is things getting out here? That's just crazy. It is a standard 16. It's not like it's some damn, big ass tire or something. Like it's a standard regular highway tire. I don't know. Like it ain't no damn grippy grip. It ain't got no damn lifty lift. It's just a damn standard tire. $174. And he actually price matched me on that. I said, he says, what's the price? I said, he says, what is Walmart quoting you? I said, $130. I said, but Walmart wants a damn appointment. I said, when did they start this shit? This is what I'm talking about when I say that it is annoying. Hey, Kevin, Glenn. It's annoying, that you can't even buy used tires anymore. I called around and they were like, oh no, we don't sell those. Oh no, we don't sell those. Even like mom and pop garages, they don't sell them anymore. You should be able to get a tire for this truck for $35. You find some Hispanic shop down in Hialeah, Florida, you can get it for $35. I guess it's just this part, or the whole world is like this, honestly. Like, everybody's damn regulating shit. They're like, oh, no, we're bougie now. We don't sell used tires. Well, wait a minute. Didn't you get your start for 35 years selling used tires? And then you're going to shit on your customer base that can't afford $200 a damn tire? Call me crazy. And everybody just goes and buys new tires. I'm ready to damn shut these people down. If you ain't got a damn $50 tire for me, I don't want your business. I don't need your help. Well, I kind of did need their help, and I had no choice but to damn get the tire. I want to wash my blanket and watch me end up using it on the beach this afternoon. I will say, when I woke up this morning, I was the only car in the Walmart parking lot. And I looked up and I see the police. I was like, oh, thank God. I don't know how long he's been sitting there, but thank God he was there. At least seeing him first thing in the morning made me feel safe, because I don't know how long he's been sitting there. I hope all night. There was no other cars. It was just my truck in the parking lot. That was it. I was the only van lifer that stayed over last night, I guess. Everybody's probably home for the holidays. It is kind of weird. I was thinking about that. I was like, I can't be the only person on earth that doesn't have any home to go to, right? Like, there's other people, surely. And then there's probably people that don't want to go home. Damn, I forgot my I forgot my laundry detergent. And I'm gonna get a YouTube violation. Yeah, I went and made grits on the beach. I was the only person out there. I said, hell yeah. Oh my God. And when I was coming to do my laundry, they were having a damn Tour de France out there or something on damn bicycles. I'm not even joking when I say that there was 250 damn cyclists out there on the damn roads. I said, holy shit, did I miss the memo? Cars, there was like boys with boats trying to get out on the water to fish this morning. They're pissed. It was so funny. I said, yeah. I missed the memo too, bud. It's okay. Ouch. That was my leg. Leonard Skinner, they always play good music in there. There's veterans that own the place. Yeah, my new tire looks good. They even put my spare back underneath the truck. They usually don't do that. They usually don't do that. I had breakfast and a bottle of water, and that's what I do. Started to have a coffee, but I need water. Hey, I need to get ready. I'll go in there before my clothes dry, and I'll change into my top. I already got my pants on to work out, but I'll have to change into my top later. Because I'm going to train most of the day. All day. All day. Probably get in 10 miles on the skates. Do an hour of strength training and weightlifting. And then probably about 30 minutes of yoga. And 8 to 10 miles takes like 2-3 hours. But it's so much fun, and it's going to be 80-something degrees. Like, and I'll have the whole place to myself. And that's another thing that I've noticed is that, hey, Robin, happy Thanksgiving. Another thing that I noticed this morning when I was leaving out of my parking spot, the entire parking lot of Walmart was completely abandoned. There was no other cars but my truck and a cop. And I don't know how long he had been there, but I was grateful that he was there because I'm just like, damn, dude, I didn't know it was like this. Like, usually there's other van lifers there, but there wasn't this morning, honey. They must have all traveled back home because it was just me and the cop. And I said, well, I'd rather, have him there and not need him than need him and not have him. And the cops down here are completely different than the cops up north. They have real criminals they're worried about. They're not worried about little old Brooke who literally does nothing wrong. Unless you poke the bear. Then she'll tear your face off. So, if you want to follow me around instigating something because you're not happy with yourself, absolutely, we can make it a problem, baby. but I don't cause any problems. That's another thing that I was thinking about last night. I was like, I literally am like the least problematic person. Like, I just go with the flow of everything. And you got to have some people out here that really have some mental health problems to take out their frustrations in their own lives, their selves, like the way that they feel about themselves towards other people. Like, I think drugs and mental health problems have gotten 10 times worse out here since 2020. I think that it's snowballed. And you can see that in the homeless issues that we have out here, and like drug addicts walking down the road all times of the night. Y'all, I just came from an area where the cyclists were, and freaking they have homeless encampments. I don't think I'd even noticed until this morning when I was looking through the tree line at the sunrise. There's like literal whole tents, encampments down there. I'll be reading in the news in a couple of weeks that they done tore them down. I'll be like, yeah, da-da-da-da-da-da. Y'all, this is crazy. If you think that you have nothing to be grateful about today, let me tell you, you do. Be grateful your ass is not in jail. And be grateful that your ass wasn't in jail for over 44 years for a crime that you did not commit. This poor woman who had, first of all, with the grandma glasses again, I guess they was doing it back then too. All these young girls with these beautiful faces and grandma glasses. Girl, them glasses make you look like you got astigmatism or something. Please take them off. So anyways, this was her when she went to prison. It's a long story, y'all, but it's really good. It's so worth it. Let me see if I can find a picture of her now. Her name is Sandra Hemme, Hemme. She's a Missouri woman who was locked up for 44 years, and this is her now. Her entire future, her youth, her hopes and dreams were stole from her because she suffered with, and they've never said if it was just like borderline personality disorder, or if she had full-blown, schizophrenia. It does not outline. Apparently, she was a victim of Big Farm. She was on multiple antipsychotic medications in her teenage years. From the age of 12 to 20, she was actually institutionalized several times for, it does not, once again, outline what her mental condition was. It could have been for anxiety. It could have been for schizophrenia. We don't know. All we know is that Big Farm, she was on tons of antipsychotics, medications that probably shouldn't be mixed, which they didn't know at the time. Same thing as today. They just shoved a bunch of stuff down your throat and hoped that it worked. So she is 64 years old now. What is surprising is that there's been almost next to no media coverage of this case, which is really infuriating for me because, this woman's future was stolen from her because she was on medications and may or may not have mental health problems. The cops essentially coerced a statement out of her claiming that she committed a murder that she could not have committed. And come to find out, guess who committed the murder? Actually, it was a woman. Let me just read you the story because it's crazy. A cop did it and set her up. And she was in prison for 44 years. So be grateful this Thanksgiving that you don't have these kind of problems. So when I first came across this case, I was surprised to see little media coverage about it. The fact alone was concerning. What infuriated me even more was the clear injustice and lack of care that Hemme faced, along with so many who lived with mental illness. This issue is personal to me. I am from Missouri, and my own brother lives with many of the same symptoms as him and has always struggled in his life, his entire adult life. Hold on, My career didn't always involve writing about murder convictions and the justice system. In fact, it was complete opposite. I've been a journalist for over a decade. I started my career in magazines. Girl, I don't care. I'm sorry, y'all. So she says, Sandra Him. I didn't have experience with wrongful conviction cases. I'm not a court reporter. I'm not a lawyer. I did not know that according to the Vera Institute of Justice, as of 2023, about 191,000 women are detained in jails and prisons across the U.S., with approximately 84,000 being held in local jails. Among the women in these jails, 61% had not been yet found guilty of a crime and were awaiting trial. I did not know that one contributing factor to the high rate of women in jails pre-trial is that women are less likely to be able to afford to make bond or to pay their fees and fines that may prevent them from returning home to await their trials. I also didn't know that about 73% of women exonerated in the last 3 decades were wrongfully convicted of crimes that never took place at all, according to the data from the National Registry of Exonerations. These crimes included events later determined to be accidents, deaths by suicide, and crimes that were fabricated. Him was a 20-year-old psychiatric patient at a Missouri hospital when she was found guilty of murder, despite any solid evidence, DNA, or connection with the victim. She did not know the victim. They could not pin her to the victim. There was no DNA, and there was no evidence. This is very common. It's just freaking crazy. She's home with her family for Thanksgiving, thank God, after 44 years of being in prison for something she didn't do. At the time of her arrest, she was a patient at St. Joseph's State Hospital Psychiatric Ward receiving treatment for hallucinations. Okay, so she was suffering with something. Hallucinations, derealizations, and drug misuses from her prescription drugs, not hardcore street drugs. I just want to be clear. Her early life was spent in and out of an institutionalized care, and she incriminated herself in the death of 31-year-old Liberian employee Patricia Jeskche. So it looks like she gave false information. She was given false information from her legal counsel and had undergone multiple police interrogations, including one where she was barely able to even hold her head up. She was so high on prescription drugs that the hospital was giving her. Over 40 years later, all of this information about him came out during an evidentiary hearing in January of 24. And it took months to even get, y'all, it still took months after that to get her freed. A writer since 2007, I thought I'd mastered the art of objectivity. But upon seeing the gray-haired woman walking into the courtroom in handcuffs, smiling at her family, I had to choke back tears. This woman, who has lived through the debilitating mental illnesses her whole life, is now in court yet again trying to prove her innocence. It was during this hearing that we learned the evidence that was withheld by the states for decades that pointed to a police officer as the murderer. So these cases are nothing like we see on TV. She says there was no last day of trial where him burst out of the courtroom in a victorious win. There was no gravel banging. There wasn't even a jury. Him's attorneys and families go home. Then 5 long months after the hearing, a ruling came. The judge ruled not guilty. The court found that, quote, the only evidence linking Miss Him to the crime was that of her own inconsistent, disproven statements. Statements that were taken while she was in psychiatric crisis and physical pain. Meanwhile, the evidence implicating the police officer Michael Holman was so significant that it would be difficult to imagine that the state could prove Miss Hem's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt based on the weight of the evidence now available that ties Michael Holman to the victim and the crime and excludes Hems. This is crazy. So it was a police officer, and let me just tell you, he had the victim's earrings. He had personal effects from the victim. He was tied to the victim. He knew the victim. But because he worked in the police department, I guess they were able to get tunnel vision on her. And they thought, I mean, what would this 20-year-old psychiatric... She's struggling with mental health issues, but she's not going to kill a Liberian in the middle of, like, broad daylight, y'all. It's crazy because it was a police officer that did it the whole time. And when I think about evil, I've experienced evil like this. I've had people in places of power, just like police officers, social workers. When you get on their bad side, if you're dealing with an evil person, they will absolutely let you sit in prison for the rest of your life for something you did not do. Think about this officer knowing that he's the one that committed the crime, but here's this woman over here, been in prison for 44 years. He didn't give a damn. He had zero pucks to give. It's scary, but people walk around like this in society every single day. I've met people personally like this, in positions of power just like this. It is very scary. I feel so bad for this woman. And you know, when you're in prison, you're not getting the type of medical care, mental health care, any kind of care like that you should be getting in prison. I can only imagine the hell that she has been through in state's care for 44 years. It's probably been absolute torture, literally torture at times. I'm glad that they found the Innocence Project went to bat for her. And why are they not talking about this? Yeah, it's crazy because they don't want to admit that they've messed up. And I hope she sues the hell out of Missouri. Sues the hell. You got to think, this was a woman in her early 20s. If she would have gotten the proper psychiatric care, who knows what would have, happened for her. Who's to say that the medication she wasn't on, which could have caused hallucinations? Who's to say that the heavy loads of medication that she was on at the time wasn't the cause of the hallucinations, number one? It does not go on to outline. She seems like a functioning, normal, handicapable person now. So I don't I don't think that she's suffering from these hallucinations anymore. So that it seems from like the 6 articles that I read, it seems like she went home to live with her sister and her mother. But we're talking about a woman at 20 who could have got married, had kids, went to college, had a future, had a life. And all of that was taken from her. And now she's not at the age where she can birth children. She's not at the age where she can, I guess she could potentially settle down. I hope that she does. I hope she finds the love of her life. But think about, it's one thing to do this to a man, but it's a whole, it's just as bad. But women, of bearing age and marrying age, this woman lost a lot. She lost a lot. Men can go on to conceive until whenever Johnson stops working. So as long as you don't have a vasectomy, baby, you're Gucci. Women, you don't have that luxury. Y'all can go procreate in your damn 70s. We've seen it done. Theo Vaughn's father was, 70? So when his mother was 30? So, it happens. But what I'm saying is that him won't get the opportunity. She lost a lot, and she deserves compensation for this bull crap. So this was a historic ruling, not only for the state of Missouri, but also for the country. She entered prison as a young adult. This week, she left as a senior citizen. Oh, look, listen! Oh, that makes me happy for her. A woman with living parents, sisters, a daughter, and an adult grandchild. So it sounds like maybe she had a daughter before she went to prison. Y'all, oh my God, imagine being in prison for the rest of your life and not... So it sounds like maybe she had a daughter. Now, let's see here. Let's talk about the victim of this crime that she was locked up for and the police officer. No witnesses linked him to the murder of the victim or the crime scene. She had no motive to harm the victim, nor was there any evidence that the two had ever even met. Neither did any physical or forensic evidence link to him to the killing of this victim. The only evidence that ever connected Miss Helm to the crime was her own unreliable and false confessions. Her attorney, listen to this shit. Her attorney said that she was so heavily medicated at the time that she could not even hold her head up in one interview. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to work out soon. I'm having my coffee and doing my laundry. So there was no evidence. That's right. I'm here to tell you that they can absolutely lock your ass up with no evidence. I've had it done to me before. So they can absolutely have you incarcerated, have you sentenced, have you condemned a child abuser, and they don't even have to have evidence. That's the judicial system that we have currently. Her own false statements, which are unreliable due to the amount of prescription medications that she was on, it should have been thrown out immediately when they found out that there was no witnesses, no tie to the crime scene, no motive to harm the victim, nor had the two ever even met. How their sights got focused on Susan, I will never understand. H-E-M-M-E, is that him? So these statements were actually taken from Susan when she was being treated at the state psychiatric hospital and forcibly given medication literally designed to overpower her will. How scary. Just imagine going to the mental hospital and saying, hey, I'm having a manic episode and my anxiety's so bad I'm biting everybody's head off. I just need somewhere to chill and maybe try some new medications. You admit yourself into the hospital under the pretense of getting help. The cops show up and say, hey, we think you're guilty of murder. The hospital is stuffing you full of more medication. The cops are interrogating you, and you end up admitting to something you didn't do just to get them out of your face, just to make it all stop, just to be able to go sleep. It's crazy. At the same time, the St. Joseph's Police Department hid evidence implicating one of their own. A fellow police officer was found using the victim's credit card the day after the murder. His truck was seen parked near the victim's home at the time that she was killed, and he was caught hiding the victim's earrings in his home. To the victim by her parents, her mother and father, jewelry that he was like, this is wild. The only evidence that linked her to the crime was that of her own consistent disproven statements once again. It's just sickening. She's 64 years old now. Her whole life. I mean, she could still live another damn 46 years, right? 34 years. Yeah, 36 years. There you go. Sorry, it took me a minute. She could live to 100. You never know. It's just crazy because she was such a pretty girl. Like, she could have married and settled down, and like, it sounds like she had a daughter because it said that she's got a daughter and a granddaughter. So good for her. So more than 10% of exonerated people were wrongfully convicted in cases involving false confessions. Jesus Christ. So the cop, I do believe I read he died. Oh, there was another case. Listen to this. Okay, let me back up. Evidence pointed to this Joseph guy, and I read you what happened. Police hid evidence that implicated Officer Holman as the person who actually killed the victim. The victim uniquely designed wishbone earrings identified by her father, who had gifted them to her, were found in Officer Holman's possession along with jewelry stolen during another home burglary. Failing to turn over favorable evidence to the accused person, known as a Brady violation. Officer Holman claimed he was at a motel adjacent to the victim's home during the time of the murder. Remember, his car was seen parked outside victims, like down the road from the victim's house. He said he was at a hotel during this time with a woman named Mary. However, when asked by police, he refused to give details about Mary or the motel that they both stayed in. All three witnesses from the motel and attached gas station told police they never saw Officer Holman or Mary that day. This isn't the first time that St. Joseph police wrongfully targeted and convicted a person with a mental health illness or disability that made them uniquely vulnerable to falsely confessing. In 1979, 24-year-old Melvin Lee Reynolds, who also spent time at St. Joseph's State Hospital, was convicted of the 1974 murder of a 4-year-old boy. Many of the same officers who worked on Helm's case worked on Reynolds' case, and much like in Helm's case, officers obtained an alleged confession, a statement that did not align with the known facts of the crime from Mr. Reynolds. After interrogating him repeatedly, 4 years later, Mr. Reynolds was exonerated. This damn St. Joseph's Police Department, y'all, we gonna have to damn look into them one day, because they sound damn about like Eden, North Carolina. Let's go switch my clothes over. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm so glad that she's home this Thanksgiving with her family after 44 years. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Like it dropped you. My quads hurt. I wonder what I did yesterday. Like, it's the top of my calf. I mean, the top right here. Like, it hurts right there. I wonder what I did. I need to clean out my truck. I guess I'll do that when I make it back home. That is not my home. I've got to stop calling it home when I make it back up north. There you go. That is not my home. Happy Thanksgiving, Laura. I'm about to go work out. That's all I ever do now. Sorry, I'm tired. I ain't had enough coffee, I guess. I didn't just wake up. I woke up at 5:30. Oh, that's crazy. Right on the top, I don't think that's that. I think that's part of my quad. Right here. It hurts right here. Hurts right there. I think that's part of my quad. It's the muscle. It's not in my hips. Yeah, I don't have hip or joint problems because I do yoga. See, I don't need a chiropractor because I do yoga. Facts. Seriously. You suffering from sciatica? Damn it! I'm struggling. I want this damn coat off, and it's like made out of this damn sponge material that's sticking to me. What in the ever-loving fuck is going on? Okay, sorry. God. Like, I turned into one of those origami finger traps on my body. And I already got sensory issues. I'll cut that son of a bitch off with a pocket knife. I'm struggling. I did straighten up in here, although you can't really tell now. Houdini. Yeah, I was fucking trapped. It's this, that weird, like, winter material. I don't know. Am I about to get kidnapped? Probably. Some dudes up here being weird. Why they always gotta be weird on when I'm doing laundry? Where is my bag? This ain't the chill spot. I think you're a mugger when you're down just pulling up staring at me. Like, and this is not the best area, FYI. I mean, it is for, well, it depends. Oh my God, I swear to God, if I have to get out of this car, I'm going to pull the book bag out, throw it on the ground, and then jump back in. Ugh. That's why I always got stuff pulled in my shoulder. Is he drunk on a Thursday at 8 a.m.? And why is he staring me down? Yo, this dude's up to something, y'all. I don't fucking know what, but he's up to something. Maybe he's gonna sit down and fucking do drugs right there or something. I don't know, but he's sketching me the fuck out, looking at me. So, he's standing right there. Like, what are you fucking doing, dude? Like, you ain't washing no laundry. He's pulling something out of his pocket to smoke. Y'all ever be people watching? Yo, listen. We ain't dying on Thanksgiving, honey. But we might be thankful to whoop somebody's ass if we have to. Been waiting on the day. Yeah, he's like staring me the fuck down, y'all. Like, what a creep. What a fucking creep. He saw a pretty girl and he just had to stop and be fucking nosy. Little does he know he's about to be fucking blasted on the fucking internet. You can be a creep if you want to, but the whole world's gonna watch you be a creep, honey. So he's on a bicycle. All black bicycle, all black book bag. Y'all see how he's got his face covered and shit. His hands are completely filthy. Like, it looks like he's been digging in dirt all night. Has he been rave grabbing? Grave robbing? Is it a bag of bones that he has on his backpack? I don't know. But listen, the way he's looking at me, I can only assume that that's the same way Ed Gein looked at his victims before he tried to kill him. And it's a blue bite. He's probably fucking methed out of his mind, y'all. Y'all don't understand how bad drugs have gotten in this area. Remember the last time I was here, there was a fucking dude drunk. Remember? Happy thanks. Rave Grobbin. Rave Grobbin. You knew what I meant. Mama used to do that. Mama used to do it. They'd be like, Ashley K, Velma. And then they'd get so mad at themselves because they couldn't think of the name that they were trying to say. They'd say everybody in the house's name, but the name they were trying to say. And then finally they'd have a tizzy and be like, you know what I mean? Like, Mama used to do it. Mama, she picked it up from Mama. Mama did it. She'd be like, Heather Brooke K, Ashley Jamie, John, you know what I mean? Yeah, she was a trip. This guy is creeping me out. So I have that actually happen a lot. People will be bicycling, skateboarding, walking, and they'll see me just sitting in my truck, and they just have to stick around for a damn 30 minutes to an hour, scoping me out, seeing what I'm doing. And listen, I done got to the point where I've become combative. I will stare you the fuck down. Did it yesterday twice. The two motherfuckers made them feel so uncomfortable they had to literally move behind a car to stop looking at me. First of all, I turn around, I'm on roller skates, and some guy is standing peeking from behind a car. So I grabbed a bottle of water and posted up on the truck. He was so uncomfortable, he went and hid behind a car. Sir, why are you staring at me? Why are you in my face? It's one thing to glance at somebody. It's a whole... Most people are not... Maybe parents just didn't teach. We don't stare at people. We don't point at people. We might glance to profile our surroundings to keep safe. But what we don't do is go in public and make people feel uncomfortable by being in their face like this. Nobody ever told, apparently, parents never taught other children this. I know that my parents taught me this. They would have smacked the shit out of me if they caught me staring at somebody being fucking nosy. Unless it's a pervert on a bike and I'm a girl by myself outside of a laundromat and dude looks like he's cracked out of his mind. That's different. We're staying safe. Looks like he's smoking a cigarette. I'm gonna let him smoke a cigarette, and he better get the fuck up the road because I don't know what the fuck. I don't know why this is the chill spot for everybody to get drunk and smoke dope out front. But God, let me tell you, I've seen more drug heads in this laundromat. Ugh. This area is not the best. I mean, you do see, you do see some people that are normal. Out getting their workout on. The difference isn't people. Some boy just went running by from the military base. The difference in people, man. You got to take care of your health. You got to eat healthy. Focus on your mental health. Your spiritual well-being. These are important things. I wonder how many... Let's see if there was any crazy news from last night. Y'all, there was motherfuckers drunk all over the road at 6:30 in the afternoon. 5:30. I got behind a car full of people drunk. Clearly. All over the damn road. I said, Lord, I'm going to bed at 6 o'clock. As soon as the sun went down, I took my ass to Walmart. I used the bathroom. I come back out to the truck. It was 7 o'clock. I said, yeah, that sounds good to me. And I went to sleep. I ain't got time for that mess. All these drunks out here. Come on, boy. You hold me up. Yeah, that's what I said. They warned against drinking because I thought it was, so I was right. It's one of the biggest drinking nights of the year, Thanksgiving. Man, I went into a convenience Ouch. That is it, y'all. I hate that. I went into a convenience store, and when I went into Walmart, there was people that had nothing but beer and wine and damn buggies. I said, I've got to get the hell out of here. I wanted an avocado, but I changed my mind because I just didn't want to have to deal with all the drunks that were probably already drunk buying more beer. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you got to pick and choose your battles, okay? You got to pick and choose your battles. Brooke don't do Christmas, Thanksgiving crowds. Brooke don't do Black Friday crowds. Brooke don't do crowds. How about that? When I saw them bikes coming down the beach, the freaking Tour de France in America, I said, oh my God, why did nobody tell me they were going to be out here freaking, I mean, it had to have been a few hundred of them. I mean, good for them getting up on Thanksgiving Day and getting out and bicycling a marathon. I would do it. I mean, shit, if I would have knew where it was and I had a bike, I would have been right there with you. You best believe. Teach me everything. Where are we going? Okay. Hell, give me a bicycle and make me feel like part of a team, and that's the way to murder me. Like, well, she thought she was going on a adventurous first cycle. Little did she know it was her first and last cycle. It's known as Blackout Wednesday. Well, why am I so out of the loop? So it's Blackout Wednesday, Thanksgiving Thursday, and Black Friday sales. What? Blackout Wednesday is what it's called. Listen, y'all gotta do better. Listen, alcohol is not the way. Oh, wow, it promotes binge drinking. Can we not and say that we did? I had 2 Miller Lights a week ago, and my stomach still hurts. I'm never drinking Miller Lite again. Yeah. Blackout Wednesday is growing in popularity, an unofficial holiday tradition promoting binge drinking before Thanksgiving dinner. Just don't, please. Alcohol is so bad, you guys, it's poison in your system. Y'all, I'm scared to get out the car. I'm not even lying. Like, this guy is creeping me out. He's done pulled out a bag of something, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck, man. When did we put my clothes in? How long ago? Oh, it wasn't that long ago. Okay. It was literally like 10, 15 minutes ago. Maybe he'll finally get up and go after he does his drugs. Yeah, he's got a... Oh, my God. I'm just going to mind my business. Elevator down. Maybe he'll be so high he thinks I got out the car because he can't see me. Listen, I hope he ain't planning on robbing me because you ain't getting nothing. I ain't got nothing. I'm broke. You're going to get 14 cents a pack of Big Red and some lip gloss. I ain't even got enough oil for you to smoke more drugs off of, bro. I have nothing for you. Sorry, I was trying to read this article. I mean, that's kind of sad that we're like, people are literally blackout drinking. Whatever. Not over it. Wichita, Kansas. Thanksgiving Eve is among the most popular nights for local bars and restaurants. One Wichita woman, is making her mission to raise awareness for drunk driving. Whitney Williams said her dad was killed by an impaired driver several years ago. She's now going to police stations all over Kansas to honor victims killed by drunk drivers. My daddy Kevin was killed by an impaired driver. The day before Thanksgiving has always been the busiest day of travel day of the year by automobile, said the Highway Patrol Office. They use up to 500 troopers in Kansas, y'all, that day. They out getting them. Well, that makes me feel safer on the road. At least, damn, if something happens to me, at least I know a cop will be there eventually. They got all them damn people out there. 500, damn, I feel bad for their families. They got to be away from their family to damn come damn make people obey the law because people are children. Looks like they're doing the Macy's Day Parade. I never got into that, y'all. I was isolated as a kid, so we didn't watch shit like that on TV. Smoking meth in the open, they can just... Aw, cook a turkey for me. Yeah, it's about like that down here. There's a few areas that I've run up on, and I'm like, why are the cops not arresting these people? Honestly, this is one of the dangerous places in the damn country if I'm not for... Yeah. The craziest part is it's like, how though? Because I've been coming in this area and I never had any problems. I guess because I'm not a criminal. I guess these crimes are done by actual criminals. That's why. It does make sense. I wash clothes, I work out, I cook food. I might go visit my friends once every damn 2-3 months. And that's literally it, I'm working, I'm learning. Like, I'm really the least problematic person you would ever meet, unless you want to start some shit. Now, if you want to start some shit's about to go down. Like, I just been waiting on the time to burn these 10 motherfucking candles. You know what I mean? Like, but I guess that's the problem, is that I'm not agreeable enough. I won't just bend over and take it. When stuff goes down, I gotta run my mouth. But I have grounds too. Hello. Grounds too. This dude. Oh yeah, he's smoking something, honey. He's taking him a meth break before he gets back on his bike and F around and find out. F-A-F-O. F-A-F-O. What was his name, Florida man? There's a sentence for a kid. Oh, nope. Too fast for you? Kill. Oh, he stabbed his girlfriend? Hold on, wait, there's like 5 of them that popped up, Florida man. Are you talking about Madison Schmitz? When Spencer Pearson attacked her and stabbed her 15 times? I'm telling y'all, these people are getting crazier and crazier. Hold on, there's like 5 different stories. Yeah, that's it. There's like 5 different ones. Hold on one second, I'm gonna look up Spencer. Where do you think he learned that damn behavior from? Oh, he looks like a little twerp. Oh God. He's how old? He looks like a 35-year-old man. What the hell has he been through? The former star athlete who stabbed his ex-girlfriend and her mother in a frenzied parking lot attack in Florida last summer before slashing his own throat, still had the scars of his attempted when he appeared in court. He's 20 years old. He pled guilty to attempted murder and aggravated battery charges. His family blamed head trauma he sustained as a high school football star. Yeah, but he looks like he's been doing drugs too, Ma. Like, was he doing drugs? He doesn't look too well. God, that slash on his throat, he meant it. I'll tell you that much. God, they stitched him all the way here, all the way around. So it wasn't like, it was a failed attempt for sure, because he was serious about that shit. Oh my God, it looks like she survived. She was stabbed 15 times, but she had to walk through court with a handheld cane. He was arrested after he stabbed Madison Schmitz, then 17. Her mother, Jocelyn Rogue, Roge, was a bystander and tried to intervene. The then 18-year-old had been stalking her. Hold on, were they not dating? I thought you said it was her girlfriend, his girlfriend. She was left paralyzed from the chest down after the attack. God, he looks crazy, y'all. Listen, it's giving Charles Manson. It's like dead behind the eyes. Yeah, and this is why you can't be giving losers your time, because he clearly, just looking at him, he looks unwell. Like, if he was looking at me, coming down the sidewalk on my run, I would cross the street and go, and you know what I mean? Cross the street and go past him as quickly as possible. I don't know, but maybe it's because I can read people. I don't know. So the surveillance video of the attack shows the mother and daughter trying to leave the restaurant as he followed him, eventually rushing towards Schmitz and stabbing her 15 times. The mother tried to fight off her daughter's attacker and was stabbed in the forehead and leg. A bystander intervened and was also slashed and unable to stop him. He slit his throat before he was taken into custody. Yeah, he had to have been doing drugs, y'all. Look at him in high school compared to now. Listen. I don't know. It looks crazy. Oh, wow. His father was completely distraught, the perpetrator's father. And he said to the son's ex-girlfriend, Madison, you were always so sweet. You were such a beautiful person to be around. You're so good to our family. I'm sorry this happened to you. We think about you every day and pray for you. You're a sweet soul. You're a beautiful person. I am so sorry. Apologizing for his son's actions. That's what we need to see more of. Okay? Because usually these parents, like Brian Laundrie's, they act like the victim was the problem. Wait a minute. How about your parenting was the problem? Okay? Like, it sounds like the father of the accused. I mean, he was crying in court, so listen. I don't know his psychological. I would have to, hold on, let's see if they did a psych eval on him. Psych eval in prison. Psych evaluation. Dr. Harry Krupp, damn. It looks like there was a... Yes. So it looks like he was getting mental health treatment and stuff in jail. So his attorneys were arguing that there's mitigating circumstances on the behalf of Spencer, including his young age at the time of the offense, brain injuries, and serious mental health disorders. Well, why don't you name those mental health disorders? It doesn't tell me. So the father, Daniel Pearson, said that his son was very quiet growing up and dealt with a lot of anxiety. He also suffered from head injuries playing football for 10 to 12 years. The defense team played a short video of Spencer Pearson playing defensive end and focused on helmet-to-helmet hits. His father calculated roughly 10,000 hits to the head per numbers of games and practices he participated in. A neurologist later testified that he did suffer from brain and spinal injuries. Now, for those that don't know, a lot of people had serious head injuries. Ed Gein, a lot of football players that would go on to murder their spouse, list of serial killers that had head injuries. Concussions, particularly, is what we're talking about, concussions. David Burbowski, Albert Fish. Hold on 1 second. I saw a list one time because I was looking into it. So Glenn Edward Rogers, the cross-country killer, the Night Stalker, the clown killer, John Wayne Gacy, Richard Ramirez, all of these, Son of Sam, David Borowski, Ed Gein. Now, I don't know if there's been any scientific... My phone ain't working now, and I'm scared to go. Did he drive off? Oh, thank God. Let's go check on my clothes, y'all. Oh, God. Do I need a bag? I do need a bag. Shit, I ain't taking a bag. I wonder if they've done a conclusive study on Aaron Hernandez. Yeah, that was another one. God, he was cute. What a shame. What a shame. Good morning. I might have to cut my phone off in a second because the music. And speaking of which, since I had to buy that tire yesterday, if you would donate to my channel, I would be greatly appreciative because I need gas so I can make it back to North Carolina for court for bullshit that I didn't do. My tire was $174, and I just made my truck payment and $300 insurance, and that was after making a different truck payment. So 2 truck payments, 3 new tires, oil, a brand new car battery, and 3 insurance payments in less than a month. Add that up. Truck is $700, insurance is $141. 3 insurance, 2 truck payments, $308 battery, plus tires. $174 for the tire yesterday, and then $400 for 2 tires and oil 2.5 weeks ago. It's just never ending. People will not understand. I mean, if you're going to go buy a little beater and live out of it, absolutely, you might be able to save some money. But if you have anything that's new, you're not going to save money, honey. As a matter of fact, what you would be spending on rent is what you're going to be spending on gas. Getting out of everybody's way in society because they don't like van lifers anywhere. That has 5 more minutes. I'm going to get my clothes that I'm going to work out in, and I'm going to put those in the, yeah, it does. Oil, too. I mean, I have to get an oil change. Well, it's synthetic, so you can go like every 8,000 to 10,000 miles. But when you're on the road every day, you're going to be putting miles on your car. I had an oil change before I left North Carolina, and 2.5 weeks later, I'm already ready for another oil change. I'm going to run it till 10,000 miles, but it says that it's already ready for another oil change. But if you have full synthetic, you can go for 10,000 miles. It'll be fine. That's what the whole point of synthetic is for. It's for your oil to last longer and go farther. It's kind of crazy that these car companies are so damn scammy, but they are. I wish I had a black sports bra to go with these Nike pants. And if you're going to go to 10,000 miles, you need to top it off. You need to check it and make sure that there's enough in it. And then top it off with a quarter bowl if it's low until the next change. I think I've had 3 oil changes in 2 months. The bathroom's not open in there. Well, looks like I'm breaking the law. You gotta do what you gotta do, honey. If there ain't no bathroom, there just ain't no bathroom. I can't do nothing about it. What they want me to do about it, I can't. I'm not Moses. I can't build a damn ark and hide from cover. I'll just have to damn change and call it a day. Hold on, I gotta put my clothes on. I wish I was Moses. I would have damn jumped in my truck and rode my damn, floated all the way to Egypt. God, I want to go so bad. Anywhere. Anywhere. Oh, God. Ouch. Yo, I can't deal with the fake bullshit. I don't even think half of society realizes that they're fake. I feel bad for them, though. I just can't deal with it. I don't have the patience because I'm real. I know, it's so shocking. There's not many of us left, honey. Trust me, I know. Oh. No. God, so fucking annoying. Well, I got it on, so that's good. I don't know if there's even weight in these pants. No. Well, there's weight in my shoes, though, so my Converse has weight in them, so it'll match my bra, and still can't see them. Still can't see them. Oh, I got a dress, and I put some hair oil in my hair, finally, because God knows, if you don't stay on top of it, it'll fall out. You better stay on top of it. I don't know what I'm going to cook. I don't even know if there's like a Walmart. I know the Walmart's not open. I don't know if Publix's open or what. Groceries near me. Yeah, closed. Google, you ain't worth a shit. You think I want to go somewhere that's closed? Like, they don't even make no sense, y'all. I freaking hate the internet. I'm just saying, why would I want to go somewhere that's closed? I don't understand the internet. I just don't. I think it's stupid. God. It looks like nothing's open. I mean, I got food. I got tuna. I got oysters. I got pepperoni. I got tortillas, beans, salsa, rice, avocado, onion. I can make something. I just wanted to grab like a yogurt because I live on yogurt. Waiting on that damn dress and sweater to wash. Dry. Cannot believe that woman did 44 years in prison. Y'all know that RFK had a drug problem? He was a heroin addict. I did not know that. I think that like makes me like him even more. You know, birds of a feather flock together. You know, that he's the director of H&H. He said, I did very, very poorly in school until I started doing narcotics. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. claimed that using heroin as a student improved his grades in a resurfaced clip that has been circulating on social media. Yeah, me too, Robert, me too. Make it make sense. Most of y'all would do damn an 8 ball of dope and go pass out in the corner. Nope, I need to go learn. Seriously. It just makes something in your brain. It gives you the mental stamina and focus that it's kind of similar to Adderall, I guess. You know, people who have ADHD, they take Adderall and it just helps them focus. People that don't have an ADHD, it's a stimulant like cocaine in the system. So he recalls his history of addiction and eventual heroin use. He has been nominated to oversee public health programs in President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet. He said he did very, very poorly in school until he started doing narcotics, specifically heroin. Then I went to the top of my class because my mind was so restless and turbulent that I could not sit still. It worked for me. And if it still worked, I'd still be doing it. Right. Thank you. There comes a point where the drugs just don't get you high no more. Your tolerance is so damn high, you can go shoot $600 worth of damn fentanyl and it don't do shit. You're still sick. So I get what he's saying. The drugs were not working for him anymore. And he tried real drugs. He was doing drugs back when it was good shit, black tar. According to the National Institute of Drug Abuse, heroin users typically feel a brief rush after taking the drug, then enter a drowsy state where mental function is clouded. Heart function slows and breathing is also severely slowed, sometimes enough to be life-threatening. Kennedy described his substance abuse as a compulsion that eventually hollows out your whole life. He said that cocaine and heroin became his drugs of choice. He was arrested for heroin possession while flying to Minnesota to detox in 1983. Damn, he had that good shit. He said that that's the best thing that could have ever happened to him because it led to him being sober. He's now best known as an anti-vaccine activist. I find that interesting because that's the complete way that I went after, you know, being on drugs. Now I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Stop taking those meds! That shit's not good for you. It's not. And I've always been an anti-vaxxer. Thanks, Mom. I got shit with that with my kids. So, thanks, Mom. And now look at everybody refusing to give their children vaccines. But when I did it, y'all said it was abuse. When I was ahead of the curve 10 years prior, exactly 10 years prior, y'all said it was abusive. I just find it interesting. That's all I'm saying. Oh, God. So if you consider not vaccinating kids abuse, then I guess I'm guilty. Because I care about the long-term ramifications of vaccines that have not been thoroughly tested, and it's for money. It's for money. It's not for the benefit of the child. It's for money. Now, there are certain things that they need. You know, measles, mumps, rubella vaccine, that's tried, true, and tested, okay? And there's other things, but, like, certain things, absolutely not. I had no clue he was a drug addict prior to falling into politics. It looks like it happened when maybe he was in college or either in high school and his parents tried to send him to rehab. He tried to suitcase some heroin on the plane and was busted, and that ultimately led to him finally getting clean. That's good. You know, he's been through shit then. And, I mean, clearly, I mean, he's got that Kennedy curse. baby. The whole family's been through shit. I just feel like Robert's a little different than the rest of the Kennedys. He just has a sense of normalcy to him. Like, he's a humble guy, you know, and he cares. You can tell he cares. So I'm interested to see what he does with the FDA, with Big Farm. I saw a little boy, y'all. I saw a little boy at the beach 2 days ago. He was probably 10, 9 to 12 approximately, and he was twice my size. His belly was so big, he looked 18 months pregnant. He looked like he was carrying triplets. I'm not exaggerating. I swear to God on my life, that little boy had to weigh 200 damn pounds. Saddest thing I ever seen. I don't understand why that's not abuse. When you're literally killing a child. You're killing him. He's not going to make it till 30. Y'all, he looked like, what was Chris's name? The one that died, the big funny guy, Chris, Harley? Was that the one that died? Chris Harley? He looked like him, but in a 10-year-old child. The big dude that's funny that died that used to, damn, what was his name? He was so funny. He looked like him. No. Farley? Was it Farley? Yes. He looked like Chris Farley in a baby's body. Farley, thank y'all. Sorry, I should have just looked. Yes, Farley. He looked like Chris Farley in a 10-year-old's body. You know, and, you know, I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It was not that bad of a problem in the 80s and 90s. As a matter of fact, I know because they cared back then. I remember my parents putting locks on the damn cabinets and saying, absolutely no more. We are not going to let you kill yourself. I just don't understand how that's not abuse when clearly he couldn't even walk from the beach to the car. And he's a child. He should be running back and forth while you're getting your ass to the car. He lingered behind his parents, who were morbidly obese both. I don't understand how that's not abuse. Because clearly it is. Clearly. It's crazy. You know, but people can just do whatever they want. Oh, it's getting hot. I'm getting spicy. So that guy took off, thank God. I'm gonna grab my sweater and my dress, and I'm done. I gotta go find a grocery store. I do want eggs. I'm craving eggs, even though I already had grits. If I'm hungry, then I need to eat while I can, because 90% of the time, I'm not meeting my intake. I meet my protein intake, but I don't meet my, hold on. I'm eating my protein intake because I drink protein, but I'm not meeting some of my other macros. My carbs I'm missing out on, some of my fats. What else? That's pretty much it. I put $50 in my gas tank last night. It got me half a tank for $50. I kind of just laughed. I was like, oh, well. Had to get that tire. Had to get this. Had to get that. Look. $50. $50. So, when you put $20 in, that doesn't really do anything. it takes at least 40, 50 to even damn get the needle to come off the head. You know what I mean? Like, it's the reality. But, well, I'm going to run. I'm going to find eggs. I don't know where, but I'll find them somewhere. And I'm going to go eat my eggs, and then I'm going to work out today. It's supposed to be sunny. Let me check the weather. It's already 65. It's 68. Feels like 76. Perfect. So it's 68, but it feels like 76, and it's going to get up to like 81. So that's good. Yay for me. Screw that cold shit. I can't do it, man. I don't know how people do it. Yeah. I've got to, E isn't for efficiency. No, E is for your grade in life when you're, when you can't afford gas. That's your grade in life. Well, y'all be safe and happy Thanksgiving. We might talk this afternoon when I, like, do something with myself. I'm going to wash my hair today. I'm going to do an oil treatment while I work out and then wash it and see if it doesn't look better. It's been looking like crap for, like, 2 days. I don't know what's going on. But y'all enjoy Thanksgiving with the fam. Eat a turkey for me. And stuffing. That's my favorite. Stuffing. And y'all be safe. Pray for me because God knows I need it. And I'm praying for you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all be safe out there. Watch for all the idiots on the roads. Don't be drinking and driving. Love you guys.